Good day, good day. Hello people, how are we doing? It is the 14th of January and it's time for a good look at the skins after 48 hours, or almost 48 hours. It's a little bit earlier, but everything that needs to be addressed is right in front of us. It's very obvious in certain things. So, as you can see, scmm.app did have an update. Now we have much more noticeable tags. Most notably, of course, these Trust and Rust skins that are in the Rust store, they have a not marketable, not tradable tag. And it also says permanent. Because, of course, if you go to their Rust store page, you'll see that it says this item will be permanently bound to your Steam account. So, yeah, we got that. That's nice. Very helpful visual. And there's also a new visual in terms of all the regular skins now have this marketable next rotation tag. So this clearly points out that this skin here, these two skins and these two skins, they are not abnormal. All the skins that don't have this tag, which just say marketable, so of course the Constellations garage door, the Twig Box and the Dungeon armored door, they are very clearly abnormal. So we know those will be appearing earlier. So yep, that's cool. Very nice update. Thank you very much, Mr. Bipolar Penguin. Gentlemen, let us begin. Let's start talking about all the skins so far. So, of course, I can't really talk about the Trust and Rust skins in terms of an investment, but it's very nice to see that Fridge is selling very nicely. Like, it's all for a good cause. Very nice to see. And I did point this out. I did point out how we hadn't seen a new Fridge in a long time in terms of a marketable one. Unfortunately, that isn't marketable. But it just goes to show people have been craving a new one for quite some time. We did have the Charitable Rust one, which for some reason isn't showing up. But hey, what are you going to do? Probably because it was a Twitch drop. But yeah, just goes to show that a very cool Fridge design will sell very nicely. This is just after 2 days. Over 20,000 sales after 2 days. At $4. So, yep, it's all good. Very nice. So now I also want to talk about the likes of the Trust and Rust Tier 3 armour. If you aren't aware, there of course are Twitch drops. So if you go to Twitch Face Punch, you could Google that, Twitch Face Punch. Log in, so connect your Twitch account with a Steam account. And yeah, so it says, right, so these 4 skins are in the Rust store. All proceeds go towards the charity. And then we have the Twitch drops right here. And the main thing I wanted to point out is there is in fact a road sign kilt. So if you looked at that Trust and Rust armour and you thought, that's quite cool, but what could I pair it up with? There's no kilt. Well, the kilt is a Twitch drop. So you only need to watch 2 hours of a random Rust stream to be able to get the kilt. So these general drops, you could watch any Rust stream which has drops available, drops enabled, that's what I meant to say. And then you could get these skins. Now I do believe you have to... if you just go over to here, if you go to channel, sorry about this, drops. I should have had this nice and prepared. So I do believe that you have to watch 2 hours, claim a skin, then watch another 2 hours. And the reason why I bring this up is because you have to watch H June to get all of these skins. And I really do think it's not a matter of, if I just watch 2 hours I get both of these. I think you have to watch 2 hours, claim the AK, watch another 2 hours, claim the sheet metal double door, watch another 3 hours. You get the idea. You have to watch them, claim it, watch them, claim it, watch them, claim it. You get the idea. So I wouldn't be surprised if H June streams a lot throughout this week. I hope that's nice and understandable. So we got that message across. And of course, as I said, you can watch any stream to get the road sign kilt, the Trust and Rust armoured door, the rad wooden door, and the rad garage door. And let me point out, both of these doors, you can see through them. They have see-through mesh. So you can see through this wooden door, and you can see through this garage door. And that might be a bit of a problem. That might be a bit of a problem because... why would you want another garage door from now on? Why would you want to buy another one when you've got a nice glow-in-the-dark garage door right here that you can see through? And it's level height. So during the Saturday Skin Showcase, we will be doing a nice showcase, showing this off and whatnot. And yeah, we'll see and talk about what might what impact this might have in terms of new skins that appear during 2023. And I do believe H-June's garage door also has a little peephole as well. So we'll see that. We'll see what happens in regards to that. So yeah, that'll be for the Saturday Skin Showcase. And remember, the drops don't start until Sunday. And that's most likely when I'm going to have this video uploaded. So make sure you're watching these streams. Make sure you're watching H-June. And please consider buying some of the new skins, because it's all for charity. So yep, all good, all good. Right, so back over to the actual skins. Let's now start properly talking about investments, properly talking about potential profits. And a lot of people jumped onto this Arctic Protection Burlap shirt and pants. Now, if you weren't aware, they are part of a collection with the Poncho. And yes, the Poncho did go up in price quite quickly when these appeared. And then it didn't go up much higher. Why did that happen? Well, loads of people started listing onto the market. So this had like 750 quantity on the Thursday. Then the burlap shirt and the pants gets accepted. Goes all the way down to about 500. And then people just start unloading all of their stock onto the Steam market. So this probably could have gone even higher up in price. After that, there's not too much resistance. But yeah, it just all suddenly went to a halt. The brakes got, pushed down. And yeah, unfortunately, when a good thing happens, loads of people just instantly think, oh, I'm going to unload my entire inventory onto the Steam market. That's nice. So, yep, I guess it's only going to reach $1 from now on. Will we see some more Arctic skins from Demon? Well, he has been trying. Over the past 2 or 3 months, he has been trying his best. I think you can see them down here below. No, you can't. Well, if I go to his workshop, let me just point out that he has in fact been trying for a long time to get some more Arctic skins being accepted. We had a knife, we had a hide shirt and pants, we had hide boots, a very silly looking bucket helmet, wasn't successful. Only these two were successful. So maybe in the future we might see a version 2 of this lot. It could happen. I wouldn't blame Demon for giving it a shot. If this is selling very nicely at the moment, I wouldn't blame him. But this is also a problem, because we've already reached 20,000 sales in less than 2 days. We're kind of matching up to the problem that the camo, the Poncho had. We're probably going to end up at around 30 to 40,000 sales. I mean, that's looking to be perfectly lining up to be exactly what's going to happen, and this could potentially be a problem. Now, the best thing that you can compare this with is, why don't we go and see what was the most bought burlap skin before? So Burlap Disco shirt, right? That had just about halfway through, so yeah, 28,700 sales, yep. Fisherman Burlap shirt had just over 28,000 sales. Fish shirt had over 27,000 sales. And regardless, as time went on, these still went up in price quite comfortably. So yes, we are still seeing some nice prices at the moment in regards to rust skins. I'll talk more about that as we stop talking about these skins. But yeah, all of these skins are doing very nicely because we're still seeing post-Christmas momentum. Prices are still good. But yeah, if you're looking at this thinking, oh no, is this, I already bought some, is this the end of the world? Well, in the long term, no. And if we do see some more skins being accepted, of course, no as well. But if you're going to sit there and say, oh, this is going to be easy profit, well, we're kind of looking at a situation where we're going to see too much quantity being put in the Steam market and on third-party sites as well, much like with the Poncho. So yes, this did go up in price, but it didn't go up in price that much, and you can see it right there. It goes up in price for post-Christmas, goes down a bit after that, and then suddenly, new skins to the collection gets accepted, goes up in price. It goes up by about 50%, quite comfortable, but then it starts to trend downwards. And why has it trended downwards? Because people are now listing all of their stock, their entire inventory's worth, and that's a problem. So, yeah. So let's just be cautious with this. Best thing to do is wait until Wednesday or Thursday, look at the amount of sales that have happened, then make a good guess. But at the very least, it is snow camouflage with the Poncho as well, even better. But yeah, burlap clothing. Is that what people want to use? But it's also an item that we don't see that much of for skins. As I mentioned, the burlap shirt and pants The most recent ones that were accepted was Fisherman, and that was almost a year and a half ago. So don't blame people wanting to buy these whilst they're available. I'm not surprised it's sold a lot. I'm just being cautious because I need to wait and see how many will likely be sold. At the moment, I'm confident it's going to be around 30,000. So if that's the case, I might want to just stick with doing buy orders. But I do have the faith. I do believe in the long term these will go up in price quite nicely, but not like insanely. Like it's probably going to be a very similar situation, much like the Poncho. So I've got that all out of the way. Let's now talk about the Dungeon Armoured Door. So this is a really cool looking door. It is very nicely made. Well done, Mr. Stepan. Will this turn into a collection? So this is something I was trying to figure out. Could it happen? Maybe it'll happen. Well, remember, if you go to the Skins Workshop page, you can click the comments, and you can try and see if anybody asks, "Hey, are you going to turn this into a collection?" But unfortunately, I don't speak Russian, so I can't seem to get the answer there. But sometimes, every now and then, someone will say, "Oh, wow, this is cool. Are you turning it into a collection?" And sometimes the author will say, "Yeah, I am." So unfortunately, I can't do that right now. What if I did translate? Is it going to work out quite nicely? Didn't seem to do it, so... Oh, yes, will it become a collection? Only Help knows. Okay, there you go. Yeah, thank you, Google Translate. Much appreciated. So there we go. Just needed to do a little bit of that. Awesome. Right. So, my main concern was, how many armoured doors are we likely going to see in 2023? For 2022, we had a lot. We had 13, and that might not sound a lot to you, but compared to 2021 and 2022, 2021, 2020 and 2019, it was a lot. We had a lot. And with so many coming out, especially so many coming out in such a short amount of time, there was a period of time where we had like 4 in like 5 weeks. That was a problem, and that caused a lot of these skins to kind of get bottlenecked with each other. Too many options in such a short amount of time, and they struggled and they suffered. But, you know, during these good times, some of them have stood out. Outer Planets, Armoured Door from Hell, Constellations Armoured Door. These stood out nicely, but that's only 3 out of 13. And that's not that good enough, is it? So, if we do see a lot of Armoured Door skins coming out, this could be in trouble. It's a very good looking skin, but we've had some pretty decent looking Armoured Door skins in the past here, which are now still suffering. So, if you want to play it safe, it's abnormal. We don't need to rush into buying it. But at the moment, I'm a bit concerned still. But I'd rather do my barders first, look at the support, and then make a decision. Much like what I did with the Tempered Large Box, I waited until Thursday, looked at the amount of support it had, over 2,000 requests, and buy orders going all the way up to $3. I was like, yeah, that's looking pretty safe. In fact, I'll show that off in a bit as well, see the progress in that. But yeah, this Dungeon Armoured Door looks very cool, but let's just see how many have sold, do our abnormal buy orders, and then I'll make a decision on the Thursday. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I take a look at this Constellations garage door. So, if you're unaware, and I've mentioned it many times, Cavency was the guy, the skin creator who made Outer Planets, and he was very successful in getting many deplorables made with the Outer Planets collection. And of course, as you can see right there, they're all in the positive. That's nice. We like to see that, don't we? Nice profits. And after a while, he decided, you know what, instead of doing planets, I'm going to do star systems. And that's what he did. And I have reason to believe that we're very likely going to be seeing some more deplorable skins being accepted in the future if he keeps it up. And he has been trying. I assure you, he has been trying to get a few door skins accepted here and there. Double armored door, sheet metal door, another sheet metal door. Yeah, he removed these 2 and he made version 2. So, unfortunately, those 2 weren't accepted, but the garage door was. And if you just saw the Outer Planets, the Outer Planets garage door, where are we? Oh, just click that, yep. Outer Planets was like 4th in line, and yeah, ever since then, it's now gone over double in price. It's a very comfy increase in price. But we also need to talk about garage doors themselves. So, last year, how many garage doors did we have? Let's just get a good look at that. We had 14 in 2022, and we had 14 in 2021, and we had 18 in 2020. So we would expect a lot of garage doors. However, can you see something? In the long term, when times are good again, these garage doors do sell very nicely. they do go up in the positives quite easily as well. Now, of course, you also need to distinguish. Some of these are holiday themed. That's Easter, that's Christmas, and yeah, that's it. So we have a very good reason why this isn't doing too good, and this one isn't doing too good. And then when you look at the rest of them, it's like, okay, yeah, all right. So then we've only got like this one, this one, this one, this one that are in the negative, and the rest of them are in the positive. So it does seem to be a case of garage doors when times are good. We do see them profit nicely. And then, of course, Christmas. This is Halloween, but it still did all right. So, But you get the idea. When times are good, garage doors do sell well. And this is part of a collection that very likely will be getting some more skins being accepted. It's very likely going to turn into quite a nice deployables collection. I have reason to believe the garage door is actually looking to be a pretty good investment. Now you might sit there and say, oh, should I buy some right now then? Well, let's do our buy orders first. Let's do our buy orders and we'll see how things are. Because the main thing that we have to be aware of is what will happen when times aren't as good as what they are now. What will happen when we have a slump, when prices go down again. I wouldn't be surprised if that garage door potentially goes down in price. But it's a matter of, am I alright to buy some now and maybe sell some in a month's time or so? Maybe that might be the option. You could do that, but I'd rather talk about that when we do the abnormal buy orders. So keep an eye out for the abnormal buy order video. We're now going to talk about the Twig Box. And the Twig Box hasn't sold that much. I should point out, these deployables aren't selling too much, which is okay. But with this, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 20,000, especially this as well. We're probably going to reach around 20,000. But this Twig Box, not that much. I think we're going to probably end up at around 12 to 15,000 with this. Twig Collection might only be, hyped up because of its door. And that had over 30,000 sales. But like that you can put all up against the Twig walls, And that looks cool. You can't really do that with the box. And with all the other deployables that we're likely going to see, does it work? I don't know. But there are some very cool ideas that could be made with Twig. Chairs, table, locker. What else could you do? A large box maybe. There you go. It's not too hard to figure out some quick ideas for deployable skins. Twig furnace. You know what? Why not? That'll probably be a funny idea. That could work. So the ideas are there, Freddie. You just got to keep supporting it, keep getting more skins accepted, and hopefully these Twig Collection skins will go up in price comfortably in the future. But at the moment, that's just looking like it's going to be pretty regular. Like, it's not standing out much like the Blue Lotus box that we saw just a couple of weeks ago, which is now in the positive. It's kind of reminding me more like maybe like the Desert Supply box. And what we'll do is we'll take a look at this. Oh dear. Well, turn on the VPN, press the F5, and we're back. Good day. So we'll just take a look. How did this perform throughout the year? It went down in price, and then went up, and then went down, and then it went up, then it went down, then it went up, then yeah. So this bump up in price was actually when they updated and buffed these small boxes so that they had more storage. So that's an explanation for that. And then it did quite alright. During post-Christmas it went up in price a little bit, but yeah. I'm getting the feeling that we're going to see a very similar pattern with the likes of this Twig Box. But if we do see it turn into a collection, things could turn out quite nicely. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now we've got the... and it's abnormal. So we'll just do our abnormal buy orders first, then we'll take a consideration. Then we've got the likes of the Code MP5 and a Python, and unfortunately, with the sheer lack of interest in terms of sales and whatnot, I'm just going to sit here and say this is looking to be a 70 cents to 90 cents buy order. And you know what I mean. It's very likely just going to be wanted to be turned into metal. MP5s just aren't doing too good at the moment. You only have to take a look at this, and you'll see that the only one that's in the positive is the Blackout MP5, because it's part of the Blackout collection. And then we got this Python here. It does look cool, I will give it that, but the unfortunate problem is that people just don't seem to care enough about Pythons. And what do I see over here? I see only two Pythons that are in the positive, the Blackout one, and the one that's getting pumped up in price. All of the other ones struggling. Unfortunately, the Reptile Python that literally just came out last week, also now down in price by quite a significant amount. So yeah, both of these two weapons you see here, they're going to be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. So yeah, not too much to talk about, but of course there's so many Trust and Rust skins, and well, with the Trust and Rust skins, I should point this out. I don't want to look at that, I want to look at, here we are. So yes, I talked about this for the past couple weeks or so, and yes, Trust and Rust skins did go up in price. So if you want to wear, we had the Trust and Rust hoodie, we had a Trust and Rust free box, and we had a Trust and Rust free AK that came out before. And they have been trending up quite nicely. Yep, you can see that. Nice. So yeah, throughout the past couple years, this hoodie just didn't really go anywhere. But now that we got all of this armor that's going to get, well, given to us, yeah, it's gone up by quite a lot. Selling over $5. Yeah. Will this last? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to last. It's a sudden hype, but then once the event's over with, I wouldn't be surprised if everything just calms down and the price goes all the way down again. Probably end up at around between $1 to $2. It all depends if people really do like using this armour. Someone did suggest using it with Skull Killer. I think we'll be doing that later, so keep an eye out for that for the Saturday Skin Showcase. But yes, Trust and Rust box, also above $5. You see the pattern. It's just been trending up very nicely. Yeah, it was just do. So post-Christmas and the Trust and Rust stuff, very nice. It's gone up in price very comfortably. And even the AK. The AK was, over the past like two or so years, it was a target for getting pumped. And then with no support, it struggled. And now recently it started to go up in price a bit. Went up by about 50%, which is nice. So yeah, Trust and Rust skins did go up in price quite comfortably. So yeah, but will it last? I don't think so. So if you jumped in to that, you've probably made a very nice profit. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? We've talked about you. Alright, we need to talk about... We'll talk about the Tempered Large Box. Right, so this just became available. Obviously last week, we were talking about this a lot. It was, you know, interesting. It was nice. But we were worried, oh, has it sold too much? And we'll just show you that real quickly. So here's last week's skins. It sold over 37,000. But even though... still almost selling for $5. The buy orders have gone above $3, and yeah, it's just looking to be a pretty instant, easy profit. But this is when times are good. All right, so times are good at the moment still. Currently, there's 130,000 people playing. That tends to be the average amount for Rust at the moment. But earlier this month, we did have 176,000. We had a very nice peak, but how long's this going to last for? When we start getting into the bad times, when the player count dips, when prices go down, will the Tempered Large Box start to struggle? I would expect it to, yes. But will we likely see more tempered skins being made, more tempered deployables to be precise? I fully would believe it. I mean, remember, you go to the workshop, you look at the comments. Are you going to make any more? Where's that thing? Do you reckon you'll add a furnace bag, small box moving into the future? Yes. Thanks, everyone. Yes, I will make small box too. Well, there you go. There you go. Now we know. We know it's going to happen now. And I wouldn't be surprised if they probably put that out next week or the week after. And I wouldn't be surprised if it gets accepted. Why? Because Facepunch can list it for $3, and it's very likely going to sell 30,000 as well. You know, all of these tempered deployables, they're starting to be very nice money makers for everybody involved. So it's nice, isn't it? It's nice. But which one? Which deployable will be the one where the tides turn and then suddenly it doesn't become profitable? We shall see. So yes, this is nice. Player count's nice. Let's now take a look at the likes of the barrel and the high quality crate to get a good assessment of where the economy is at the moment. So right now the cheapest barrel is $14, just over $14. Highest buy order is just over $12. Let's get a good look at the timeline. How are things at the moment? So we dipped down towards the very end of October, and then prices have been rising ever since. So since the end of October to now, we've seen a 50% increase. During, like, the beginning of, like, so at the very beginning of this year to now, prices have been going down ever so slightly. I'm talking maybe, honestly, it might be like 3 to 5%. Not even that, to be honest. It's less than 5%. So I'll just sit here and say prices are still pretty much the same. Loads of people playing, loads of money being thrown around. Chinese New Year's just around the corner as well. Will we see a lot of Chinese money being thrown onto Rust skins? I feel like that's mostly going to happen with CS:GO, but yeah, will we potentially see it happening with Rust as well? Or we shall see. And then of course the high quality crate. This is more noticeable. So this reached a peak of around $5, and the price has started to trend down a little bit. So, yeah, let's just go over to around here. Let's go a bit more precise to around here. And, yeah, it peaks very nicely. We reached about like $5.20 on December 27th. And it goes down a bit, and it goes up a bit. It goes down, it stagnates, and it goes up a bit again when we saw the very large player count return. So 176,000 people playing Rust. Then it kind of just stays, it sticks to the side, and then now it's starting to trend downward a bit. So we've lost about like 50 cents of value. Maybe it's because there's so many being thrown onto the Steam market, that would also affect the value. So we've seen that with the likes of the camo, Poncho and whatnot. I'm pretty sure it would affect loot boxes as well. But yeah, if this still seems to be stable, and this has got tons of quantity being thrown onto the Steam market, I have reason to believe the only reason this has gone down in price is because so many of them are being thrown onto the Steam market here. Too much resistance, too many problems. So things are still looking pretty good. And if you were to just take a quick look at the front page, so if I remove this, I mean we're just seeing the usual suspects, but now of course the tempered large box. And then move over to here. Yep, it's the usual skins that we normally see appearing on the front page. Twig door is there, so I am I am still selling skins. So if I just go back over to here and show you, I am still selling them because they're still profitable to sell. Prices are still very good, and I'm more than happy to still sell. Oh look, I bought a festive garlands for $1. That's nice. So yeah, just doing my usual thing, buying things for cheap, selling them for more when prices are good. So let's see how much longer this lasts for, but we've got to be prepared and be cautious for when times are bad again. Thank you for watching. Make sure you watch those Twitch streams, and if you can, please consider buying some of those Trust and Rust skins. Thank you all. Have a good one.